So much pride, so much passion from the two very proud rugby nations. Los Pumitas have been in razzle-dazzle form at this series. The junior Springboks have also put in two good performances. With me in the commentary box today is Andries Strauss. Andries, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Justin. A lot of emotion in both those national anthems, both from South Africa and also from the Argentinian team.
So South Africa, quite a few changes from the game on Saturday, but a similar side to the one that played against Georgia. They're led by both captains today in Franco Horn and Buthelezi, who will be co-captains. Franco Horn, of course, scoring 4 tries against Georgia on Tuesday last week. Los Pumitas are led by Captain Juan Pablo Castro. We underway. So the junior Springboks, well, this will be their toughest challenge thus far. And it's a high one here for Jorge. And Argentina do really well as they work the short side. And immediately they found space. In a threatening position. Rocha spreads it wide. And that time it was Correa. And it's been intercepted by Ricus Pretorius. Hendrickse finds so much space. Jorge doesn't get there, and what a kick by Hendrickse.
Tremendous stuff. Jaden Hendricks kick into the corner, and South Africa on the front foot. We've mentioned this, Justin. Argentina extremely dangerous, ball in hand. Such a free-flowing game that they play, and immediately finding space up the right-hand touch. Fortunately, Ricus Pretorius affecting the turnover, kicking South Africa into favourable position.
Pedemonte, well, how good has he been? The number 8. Pelandini with a great clearance there by the number 9.
Win for South Africa, putting Pelandini under a lot of pressure. Forcing an average kick in the first opportunity for South Africa.
Venter, and he misses his jumper, but luckily there, low gathers. Hendrickse, and here's Porquita, the right winger. And it's a penalty to Los Pumitas, and that means a lot to the Argentines.
Good result for Argentina, and they are an extremely emotional nation, are the Argentinians, and they will be up for this.
What a touch finder as well from Rocha. And Los Pumitas, they won't mess around. Jadazweni, the ref today.
Tremendous kick by Roger into the corner, into a slight breeze.
Pelandini waits. It's a free play. Pop back on the inside there to Sinti. Argentina, well, they want the first try of the game, that's for sure. And they have the penalty.
Argentina immediately putting the junior box under some pressure. Another kick by Roger into the corner. Junior box on the front foot earlier in this match, but all of a sudden find themselves under a lot of pressure. And again, Justin, character required by the junior box to keep out an extremely powerful Argentinian pack of forwards, led by that man, Pedemonte.
He's been immense at the series, the 8th man. Tim Chef to throw for Los Pumitas. And this will be a massive statement if they can get the opening try. Here goes Los Palmitas. They're over for the score. Who is coming up with it? Well, what a classic try that was. It's Pablo Dimchev.
Pablo Dimchev standing up with the ball, and exactly what Argentina would want from the start of this match. Dominant by their pack of forwards. Two phenomenal kicks by Fly Roger, putting them in good position. And in South Africa initially doing really well to stem that ball break off by the big man Pedemonte, also in the thick of things. Argentina 5, South Africa 0.
So Nicolas Rocha, can he add the extras? The radar not on early, but Los Palmitas are in the lead, 5 points to 0, and 5 minutes gone.
In the absence of their kingpin, Jacqueline de la Vega, Roger needing to step into the 10 jersey.
The junior Springboks pretty lucky there. And they have the scrum. And a beautiful setting out here at Marcotta in Stellenbosch. And this is going to be a fascinating encounter. Just 6 minutes gone. But both sides unbeaten in the series. Of course, Los Palmitas had 2 fixtures before the series where they beat Brazil and then lost to Uruguay. That was Uruguay under 20s and Brazil under 20s as well.
First scrum of this match, and front row be feeling each other out. Argentine pack of forwards, traditionally known for their scrummaging. Got given a hiding by the Georgian side in the previous match on Saturday. Still have a powerful front row, do the Argentine side in Thomas Gallo, Pablo Dimchev, the try scorer, and Francisco Correa up against no slouch in Kosisane, Osuka, Damian Fenter, and Asanati Ntlabakanye, who is an inspiration for the entire South African side, is the young tight head prop.
So 2 untidy for JD Jadasweni. And you just see that midfield there, Enriquez Pretorius and JC Null going to have to step up today, Andries.
Certainly will have to. An early replacement for South Africa on the field, Emil van Heerden in place of Elrich Low, who's had to leave the field. But South Africa have a powerful midfield, Enriquez Pretorius and JC Null, 2 strong big ball carriers are they, and South Africa would look at them to get them over the gain line.
Hendrikse feeds. South Africa get a well-worked penalty.
Encouraging start for the South African scrum. Getting the penalty from that, and a bit of argy-bargy going on at the moment. A lot of emotion in this match. Both teams undefeated, and I want to leave this competition or this series that way.
JC Null, number 13, schooled at Oakdale. Franco Horn.
Right. Got a penalty against you, against your players. Totally unnecessary. There's no need for you to punch. There's no need for you to retaliate. Therefore, you guys are missing the game. Go, both.
Well, can you believe this?
Extremely disappointing for the South African side. Emil van Heerden just got onto the field for Elrich Low. Red card for the young man, and also for Francisco Correa. So we'll play the rest of this match with only 14 players on the field. So look at the highlights. clear punch by Correa with the left hand, and then Emil van Heerden taking exception.
So David Kutzer will have a shot at goal, and he has scored 29 points in the series so far, which includes a try against Georgia last week Tuesday. (11 out of 15 so far. Doesn't have the legs. So Argentina, they'll reset.
Disappointing miss by David Kutzer. South Africa wanting to get onto the scoreboard, and unfortunately couldn't capitalize from that opportunity.
Kutzer throws a dummy. Takes contact. Into Labakanye. The big man. Hendrickse pops it to captain in Franco Horn. And here goes Sinti, the winger. Penandini. Rocha. Good slip pass from Pedemonte to Bernstein.
Good defense from South Africa. Unfortunately, a little knock on early on, giving Argentina another crack at the cherry. Damian Fente, he's been good in this series. So has Asanati. Glabakanye, he's an inspiration for the South African side. And unfortunate for Thomas Vara, whose game is done since the red card to the tight head Prof Francisco Correa.
Stand up, stand up. Stand up. I haven't started the cadence yet. I haven't started. Let's listen. Listen up for the call. Get closer, please. Yep.
The red cards to those players, Justin, will have a tremendous impact on the way this game is going to be played. 14 men on the field for both teams. There would have been some set plays involving both of them, and all of a sudden they're going to have to adjust to the changes.
Sit.
Pelandini to Rocha, and here goes Chaka Pares with a great ball there to Castro.
Good tackle by Rikus Pretorius in the midfield. And again, another unfortunate knock on by South Africa in their attempts to intercept that ball. But this is going to be a tightly fought match, Justin. Both these sides want to play rugby, want to get stuck in. Extremely physical teams are South Africa and Argentina. And we can look forward to a good game of rugby.
Juan Pablo Castro, outside centre, coming in to the scrum there.
Okay, number 1.
Pedemonte to Pelendini to Rocha. Space on the right, done brilliantly. That was Jorge. Argentina going through the phases.
Tackle.
And they look like a well-drilled unit. Rocha to Dimchef, the try scorer, with a great carry. And Los Pumitas have the free play.
Penalty Argentina. Could hear it in the referee mic. 10 and 12 offside. And Argentina with an opportunity right in front of the uprights. Frenetic start to this match, Justin. Both teams filling each other out. A lot of emotion in it, as was evident in the fight and on the field. Handing over the tee is De La Vega, the starting fly for Argentina, having to rest this game as a result of a head knock on Saturday.
This broadcast proudly brought to you by Twizzler and School Sport Live. And remember to interact with us across all social media platforms. Nicholas Rocha. And it's a great strike by the pivots. Los Pumitas 8, the Junior Springboks 0 after about 15 minutes out here in Stellenbosch at Bokota.
Argentina taking the early lead, and a well-deserved lead they have. Argentina being the more clinical of the two teams. South Africa that want to get onto the scoreboard next.
Pedemonte, the bull, with a good gather and carry there. And this is going to be such a test for the Junior Springboks. A great box kick there, but it's terrifically taken by Hendrickse. And it's been turned. Los Pumitas with some valuable ball. And this is where they're really dangerous. Really crisp in the way they play.
Number 1. Need a clear release first.
And Argentina just putting South Africa under a lot of pressure at the moment, carrying over the gain line, making the small meters every time they carry, and then forcing the penalties from South Africa. Discipline is going to be important. They can't keep on allowing Argentina to get the easy yards with penalties and kicks to touch.
Rocha finding a good touch finder, and the Junior Springboks will be under the pump. Good turnout here at Bokota. So Los Pumitas now through Pablo Dimchev, the try scorer. Taken well by Tots. The sack is good. And that is terrific by the Junior Springboks.
Tremendous stuff by the pack of forwards of the Junior Springboks. Under the cosh, have they been in the first 15 to 16 minutes and forced that turnover? Tremendous stuff by the young men, and courage is required right now. A bit of team effort from the South African boys. They need to get themselves into the right parts of the field and start playing rugby, start forcing Argentina to make some tackles.
Massive scrum here. Can the Junior Springboks relieve some pressure? Franco Horn, one of the co-captains, goes on a great run. It's there for Hendrickse. That's not his best kick. And Los Pumitas, well, they'll be licking their lips here. Rocha with a delicate kick over the top. And that is well navigated by Rocha.
A bit of a nothing kick by Jaden Hendrickse into the middle of the field, and also didn't get hold of all of that. Almost coming back towards him. Turnover ball given to Argentina in the wrong part of the field, and all of a sudden a lot of pressure on the South African side.
Great line out, or almost a great one, and that is a massive bullet that was judged by the Junior Springboks.
They've not managed to get themselves into this game, have the South Africans. They had an early start, good kick by Jaden Hendrickse, and then it's been Pumas all the way from them. They've played all the rugby. They've looked the better side in the first 20 minutes, have the Argentines.
Juan Pablo Castro, the Argentine captain there, number 13. He's had a tremendous series.
South Africa, they've been notoriously slow starters in the series as well. In the first game against Georgia, they struggled to really get firing on all cylinders. Again against Namibia on Saturday, halftime score was quite competitive. Managed to score a try just before the halftime whistle to get into the lead at South Africa, and after halftime they just ran away with the match. At the moment, against Argentina, under a lot of pressure.
Hendricks under massive pressure. The junior Springboks really under the pump, but they managed to get a penalty.
Criminal by Argentina, giving away a penalty while South Africa is under such an amount of pressure. David Kutzer looking up touch, and it seems like the wind direction has changed slightly from what it was in the first game, with Argentina having the wind at their backs at the moment.
Fenter to throw. Great take there by Zangweni as they look to get the engine going. Just establish some momentum. They've got the free play as well. It's Fenter at the back. Some crucial meters here. Really good work done by the forward pack.
Great stuff by the South African pack of forwards in absence of Emil van Heerden, managing to get some go forward ball and forcing the penalty against Argentina, just coming from the side at the replacement tight head prop, Estanisio Carrillo. And you must add, Justin, I do feel that Argentina will miss the big tight head prop Francisco Correa. He made a massive impact when he came off the bench against Georgia on Saturday. He was good against Namibia in the first day, and he is a massive, massive loss for the Argentine side.
Swanepoel taps it back. Hendricks up. Gives it to Buthelezi. And he works the short side and he finds some space. A great kick by Dingaan. And Jorge under all sorts of pressure.
Tremendous stuff, Caleb Dingaan. Found a little bit of space, did it up the left-hand touch. Good kick in behind, well weighted. And a tremendous chase by the young man, forcing the dot down in the 22-meter line. And as I mentioned, that Justin, we pulled all the way back because there was a foot in touch from Caleb Dingaan. Line out, Argentina.
It's been turned. Kutzer. And then an unforced error.
Look at the highlights, just going up the left-hand touch and just getting one foot into touch, just Caleb Dingaan. Good play regardless, good chase and good tackle.
So those Pumitas 8, Junior Springboks 0. Just under 23 minutes gone. Only 28 players on the park. Pedemonte. And great ball there to Iskro. And he skinned them. The kick and chase from Rodrigo Iskro. And what a save that was, but some razzle-dazzle stuff. Andrew Cotter saving the Junior Springboks that time.
Tremendous chase back by Andrew Cotter showed some extreme pace by the number 15 of the junior box. But how was that from Iskro? Good scrum by Argentina, finding some space up the right-hand touchline. And that guy, Pedemonte, has been immense for them. And just getting Jaden Hendricks on the back foot, on his heels, kick and chase. Andrew Cotter take a bow.
Almost gathered there by Dingaan.
It's just a sloppy start to the match for the junior box, not managing to get their straps quite yet.
And a poor line out. Los Pumitas causing havoc at the moment. And the Junior Springboks are really unsettled.
And Rakoto having to save the day again for the junior box. And another sloppy line out by them. And you can't help but feel that they might be missing the presence of another lock forward in Emil van Heeren, another line out option.
Tot knocks it on.
Extremely sloppy at the moment. Both teams making a lot of mistakes and not really getting the game to flow. On screen, Harvey's Fari, coach of the Marties or the Marties Varsity Cup side, having won on Monday, the second one in a row for the ex-Free State Cheetahs backline coach.
Scrum under pressure here. And Los Palmitas, well, you can hear the cheers, you can hear the passion. They are pumped.
Collapsing under pressure.
Pumas are up for us, Justin. A lot of emotion again shown by everyone involved. And they take a lot from that scrum. Encouraging stuff for the Argentina U20 side.
And Rocha is going to have a shot at goal. Argentina really controlling proceedings at the moment. And this broadcast proudly brought to you by Twizzler and School Sport Live. It's been a fabulous 3 days of rugby. So Rocha, can he add further pressure? So just drags that one. SA under 20 breathe. 8 points the difference. Kutsa. Duncan is giving chase. And really well taken there by Isgro. Pelandini peels it away there to Bernstein. It's there for Pelandini again to Rocha. Chacapares, Jorge. Great hands to Sinti. The fighter jet. Lucio Sinti with a tremendous run. Los Palmitas looking to put down the hammer here at Mokota. It's Pedamonte. That time with the carry. And the junior Springboks will be in all sorts of trouble if Los Palmitas can crash over here. Pelandini frees it away. Pelandini waiting for it. Augustin Tot.
To tackle.
It's there for Pelandini to Pedamonte. And you've got to stop him early. Some great defense there. But Andres Los Palmitas are really looking dangerous. They got a lot of strike players out wide.
They do look dangerous, Justin, and they've got Sente Esgro on the wings in the absence of Mateo Carreras, who is an extreme pocket rocket. So look at these highlights. Ball moving to the edge, into the hands of this dangerous young individual, Sente, and as soon as he sees some space, he'll take it. Great tackle by Pepsi Buthelezi to keep the young man out, and from there, under a lot of pressure with South Africa. And unfortunate for the junior box. Managed to stop that try to keep it up, but not managing to keep it in the field of play. Getting it over the try line, resulting in the scrum for Argentina.
Really dangerous position here. Pelandini feeds, and they go with the drive with Pedamonte at the back. Amazing stuff. And Pelandini scores, and Los Palmitas are really in control. And what a start it's been. It's been a cracking 30 minutes from them.
It's been a great start for Argentina, and we've seen a lot of mistakes, but they had 1 or 2 opportunities and they've taken a scrum off. Jacqueline Pelandini playing in place of Gonzalo Garcias today and getting rewarded with a try. But interesting, Justin, in the build-up to that try, with a red card, South Africa only 7 in the scrum, and so are Argentina, opting to put their centre and captain Castro onto the left-hand flank there, giving some extra weight and probably giving that advantage in scrum time. Good control by the big man, and then dotted down by the scrum of Pelandini. Ominous times for South Africa, 13 points down. Kick to camp, probably just a little nudge over by Roger. 15 points, plays 15, or 15 points, plays 0, 30 minutes into this game.
Los Pumitas, well, you can tell that they've played quite a bit of rugby this year so far with those fixtures against Brazil, Uruguay, Georgia and Namibia. And now, at the moment, really looking hungry. Here's Pedamonte, the big number 8. What a machine. And they're happy to work the short side. The blue and white express. Pelandini with the box kick. And great pressure shown by Isgro there. And the junior Springboks, can they come to life? Yes, Rickus Pretorius almost spotting an opening to JC Knoll. And now Porquita. So looking more determined. Hendrickse, Franco Horn tries to break the defensive line. Hendrickse to Kutse to Rickus Pretorius, trying to break the line again, which he does. Brilliant stuff to Sangweni, to Tingon. This is brilliant stuff to Jaden Hendrickse. And can you believe it? Enterprising stuff there.
Enterprising stuff by South Africa, and how influential was Rickus Pretorius in the build-up to that. Justin twice took the line on, twice made a line break, got the offload away on the left-hand touchline. And unfortunate, a knockback by the Argentine defender. Strong carry here by Franco Horn after a good carry by Rickus Pretorius. And from this ensuing rack, Rickus Pretorius into space. Big midfielder for South Africa. Great offload. Sangweni, Ngan, you'd think is away for all money. Sente doing well, and unfortunately couldn't get that pass away to Jaden Hendricks on the inside.
Pedamonte with a slip ball to Chacabares. Rocha with the clearance, and he really has a healthy boot on him, that's for sure.
Roger has a healthy boot on him and also a healthy breeze at his back at the moment. Good kick and good exit by Argentina. But all of a sudden South Africa trailing by 15 points is like something's come alive in them. And they do need that they have to start playing soon to chip away at this lead.
Putalezi, Hendrickse to Pretorius. And here go Argentina now. Sinti can't gather, but it's gone back. And he just beats defenders with ease, this feather. Ucho Sinti, so dangerous. Rocha to Bernstein. And a loose pass. So the junior Springboks can't afford to give ball away.
Good result for South Africa. Under pressure, Senti finding some space, and we've seen the speed of the man stopped by the South African defense, and then a scrum and swing from a sloppy pass. South Africa will want to get onto the scoreboard before half-time, trailing by 15 points to 0. Sneaky move by the South African team, and unfortunately Rickus Pretorius not managing to get that slip pass away to his captain Franco Horn, putting Senti into space, and he's dangerous. You have to close this man down as soon as possible, else he will punish you. Good tackle by Marinus Potgieter, right winger of South Africa.
A break in play, but Andries, this is a crucial 6 minutes now, especially for the junior Springboks. They cannot afford to leak any more points going into the half-time break.
They certainly will want to score before half-time. It's an important time of the game to score points. 5 minutes before the break and 5 minutes after that. And if South Africa managed to put any points on the board, whether they're penalties or tries, just before and after half-time, they'll be right back in it. On screen there, Evan Roos on the left with the yellow shirt. Craven Week Player of the Year last year. The 19-year-old part of the 35-man SA Under 20 squad.
Jadasweni got a lot of work today. The ref in the middle. Los Pumitas will be delighted at the way that they have performed in this opening 34 minutes. So the junior Springboks get a much needed penalty and an opportunity to get into the half of Los Pumitas.
Encouraging stuff for the South African pack of forwards under a bit of pressure. Previously in the scrums, managing to get that penalty from their attacking scrum, but at this stage the Pumas look extremely powerful. South Africa will have to dig deep to get some sort of go forward against a strong Argentine team.
Hendrickse to Rikus Pretorius. And he's been immense in the last 10 minutes as the inside centre. Hendrickse wastes no time. Pops it to Franco Horn, who's ankle tapped. Great offload there to Janku Swanepoel. And here come the junior Springboks. Rikus Pretorius with the fend. The skip ball here to Venter, the hooker. So the junior Springboks in a crucial time of the game. And Schlabakanye, the tight head prop. Hendrickse looks left. Reorganizing his attack. Here's Franco Horn. Really close. Sangweni to Swanepoel. And they've got the free play, the Springboks as well. Buthelezi.
Release that blue, leave it, through.
Important time in this fixture. Kutsa, David Kutsa. But we'll come back for the penalty.
Referee deeming that was obstruction by Rikus Pretorius, allowing David Kutsa to slip through the hole, and I expected this. The referee going to his pocket. Peremonte getting sent off. That quick tap from Jayan Hendricks, which created the go forward. Unfortunate there by Rikus Pretorius, who looked a long way away from play. David Kutsa getting over for what would have been a tremendous try by South Africa, but nonetheless another attacking scrum for South Africa in the middle of the field. Ideal opportunity to attack.
Crouch. Fine. Sit.
Can South Africa make it count? Franco Horn, the captain, looking for his 5th try of the series. And he's holed up. So some courageous Argentine defense.
Franco Horn coming off the back of 4 tries scored in the first game of the series against Georgia, looking for a 5th. Another attacking scrum for South Africa, and crucial for them to get some points before the halftime break.
Crouch. Fine. Sit.
Franco Horn looking so determined. He scores. The junior Springboks are back in the game. The skipper strikes.
Franco Horn, he's been extremely effective with a pick-up on the base of the scrum, scoring his second try in that manner in this series. The first for the game, and the first for the game for South Africa at what a crucial time that game. Solid scrum by the pack of forwards. And then Franco Horn, a tough man to stop this close to the line. Had a lot of work to do, managed to get the long arm over. Chokabaris hanging on like a bulldog on the mailman's leg. And eventually the big man going over.
Such a crucial time in the game to score. Not David Kutsa. The crucial kick. Superbly done by the number 10. Los Pumitas 15, Junior Springboks 7. And the game is back on for sure. A much needed try. So Nicholas Rocha, the Puma pivot. Isgro giving chase there. Nobody wanted it from the Junior Springboks. But somehow they get a penalty.
Lucky by South Africa. Sloppy kick receipt, finding grasped it. The fly of Roger. And a fortunate penalty for the junior box.
Kutsa doing really well there with the angle. And a few minutes left for the Junior Springboks to perhaps get into touching distance of Los Pumitas. Fenter feeds to Putelezi, one of the co-captains today with Franco Horn. And the Junior Springboks looking very threatening through Hendrickse. The stab ahead for Tingon. And that is a classic finish and a classic try by Caleb Tingon.
Take a bow, Jaden Hendricks saw the space after the left-hand touch, took it, and then the vision to put the little kick in. Well weighted by the young scrum half and finished by Caleb Tingon. Tremendous stuff, Junior Springboks. Look at the highlight from that driving maul. Jaden Hendricks, he's been inspirational. Kick off the left foot. Caleb Tingon, so often we see players mess these up. Good footwork by the young individual. Over for a 5-pointer. South Africa right back in it, Justin. Playing into a strong breeze at the moment. Managing to claw back their way into this game.
So David Kutsa with a very challenging kick. Can he add some more scoreboard pressure? So kick not successful. Los Pumitas 15, the Junior Springboks 12. And Andres, it just shows you what a few good minutes of rugby can do for a side that was really under the cosh. They were nowhere, the Junior Springboks, in the opening 25 to 30 minutes. It was all Los Pumitas. And then the comeback started through Franco Horn, and then a superb try as well through Caleb Tingon.
Tremendous finish to the first half for South Africa, and they needed that, or else they'd be in deep trouble. Argentina played all the rugby like you mentioned. South Africa clawed their way back. An exciting second half to look forward to.
I've been working with rhinos for in excess of 30 years now. And, you know, during this time, I've just seen the rhinos, the numbers just dwindling before my very eyes. All the preemptive and proactive measures that we've been taking haven't worked. The dehorning procedures have really been carried out on a relatively small scale. But the areas that we've done it, the poaching has been cut down by at least 90, if not 100%. At this stage, this is the only proactive measure that's going to actually stem the poaching tide and go in the right direction of actually preserving our iconic white rhino species.
They're not going to survive without our help. We need to be responsible to be sustainable at the end of the day. If we're not responsible now about the species, our children's children will not be able to see them.
It's time for MTN Easter Mega Deals. This month only, save big with 40 gigs of data for only $199 per month on a 24-month My MTN Choice 5 gig SIM-only contract. Plus, get a MiFi router for an extra 30 Rand per month. We got you. Sign up for upgrade at an MTN store today. Everywhere you go, MTN.
So we're back here at Stellenbosch in the fabulous ground of Makota, and it's been a terrific international under-20 series. We're at the final game here between Los Pumitas and the Junior Springboks, and what a half that was, Andries. We saw the Junior Springboks virtually nowhere in about 30 minutes. Los Pumitas everywhere, scoring 2 cracking tries, and then the Junior Springboks to their captain Franco Horn, and then also Caleb Dingaan bringing them back into the game.
Yeah, it's been a messy start for the Junior Springboks. They made a lot of mistakes in the first 20 minutes of that match, and it took them all of 35 or 34 minutes to get into this game, Justin. But when they did, they've looked promising. It was a good start by Argentina. They had the wind at their backs, and they made use of that wing. They kicked the ball into the right areas through Flav Roger, and then put some points on the board, leading by 15 points to 0 at some stage. And fortunate for the Junior Boks, managed to get themselves back into the game through 2 tries by, was it captain Franco Horn and Caleb Dingaan going over for the 2 scores. And Franco Horn's been inspirational for this Junior Springboks. He started off the series with 4 tries against Georgia. Didn't start in the game against Namibia on Saturday. He's come into this match, he's led with distinction, has given them go forward ball, and also when it mattered, he stood up and scored a try. Have to mention Rikas Pretorius. He missed out on Saturday due to injury, but he has been extremely influential for the Junior Springboks in the first half. Made a couple of line breaks, put them on the go forward, and defensively he was extremely strong.
And then also in the first 5 to 10 minutes of the game, those 2 red cards, one to Gomez Vara of Los Pumitas and one to Emil van Heerden, who was actually a replacement player, meaning that only 28 players are on the field. And there really is so much to play for out here at Makota in Stellenbosch. The Junior Springboks taking an age to get back out onto the field. Perhaps some stern words.
It certainly would have been a couple of stern words by Coach Andrew and Louis Kuhn. As Junior Springboks, having had to sort out a couple of problems in the first half, managed to claw their way back into it. But 40 minutes left and a lot to play for. They want to end off the series undefeated. They've done well in the first 2 matches. They're going on tour next week, so a lot of places to be played for by the Junior Springboks, and certainly they want to come away with a win in front of their home crowd.
So Franco Horn leading the side with Pendulani Botolesi. And there's a mountain to climb out here in Stellenbosch. David Kutzer will get the second half underway. Labuskachny is also on for the Junior Springboks. And time is on. What a second half we'll have. Gonzalez that time with the gather. Pelandini as patient as ever and delivers a stunning box kick, but it's beautifully taken there by Kutzer. And Tlabakane. Rikas Pretorius. JC Knoll, not his best pass, but here's Buthelezi, who always seems to beat the first defender. Hendrikse to Labuskachny. Gaining some valuable meters. Kutzer does well to hang on to that ball because Los Pumitas were up very quickly. Yes, Buthelezi looking for an opening. Hendrikse. JC Knoll with a kick downtown. And can you believe it? Try time to the Junior Springboks. What a try that was Potgieter scores.
Tremendous stuff by the junior box straight from the kickoff. And they needed to score that try, Justin. That is 17 unanswered points by the junior box by Magnus Potgieter on the right wing with a tremendous chase. Kick in behind by JC now at one stage. Looked like a kicked away position, but a kick is only as good as a chase. Magnus Potgieter take a bow. Fantastic stuff. And that is exactly what the doctor ordered for this junior box side.
All of a sudden, in the space of 5 minutes before half time and a few minutes after half time, the junior Springboks are in front.
Crucial score by the junior Springboks just before half-time, managed to get 2, and if they only had 1 try before half-time would have been tremendous. Managed 2 just before the break, and straight after the half-time oranges, South Africa managed to dot on for another 5-pointer, and Davy Kutzer looking to add the extra 2.
What a great kick that was. So, Nicholas Rocha, well, Los Pumitas are certainly stunned at the moment. And they find themselves behind after such a great start. And Choco Bares is there. Pelandini waits to Rocha. Pelandini, Rocha. Hitting the line is the captain, Pablo Castro. But the penalty is given.
Penalty given, obstruction by Argentina. And the captain, Castro, almost away. He's been dangerous for the Argentine side. He was inspirational in their first match against Namibia. Played really well again against Georgia. And that's the type of player they look to for inspiration.
The junior Springboks looking for a 4th unanswered try. And they butcher the line out. Timchev, the hooker, running straight into Ricus Pretorius. Pelandini feeding it away there to Casho. So Los Pumitas playing the patient game at the moment. And brilliantly taken by Rocha. Los Pumitas have space on the right, but they go up through Toma Casho. The prop forward. Rocha gets the pass from Tot to Bernstein. And Los Pumitas need quick ball here. Augustine Tot has a go. Rocha with a great kick ahead. But unfortunately it's not gathered there by Ignacio Mendy. And that would have been really dangerous because it was a beautifully placed kick there by Rocha.
Good play by Argentina, good kick and chase in the build up to this. And that's what they do. They can do extremely well, Justin. Kick the ball into the air and then feed it and manage to catch that themselves. On the field for Argentina, Mendy has been very good for them in the first 2 matches. Played in the 15 position.
Scrum turning at the rate of knots. And South Africa get a penalty.
Interesting, Justin. Big midfielder, Ricus Pretorius, backing down on the side of the scrum, giving them an extra bit of weight, managing to force a penalty have the South African team. And how influential has he been, Rikus Pretorius? Strong carries in the midfield and defensively extremely strong.
Fenter to throw. Great take there by Swanepoel. And Fenter at the back. He's having a great time at the back of that maul. They call him Rattle, the honey badger. And Hendrickse just says, keep going, boys. It's a tremendous maul. Hendrickse to Kutsa with the kick pass to Potgieter.
Fantastic stuff by the South African pack of forwards, forcing yet another penalty against Argentina. Great opportunity for them to close out this match, kick into the corner, score the 4th consecutive try.
Really, all of a sudden, looking serious. Now the junior Springboks here. Fenter. It's another good rolling maul. Fenter really enjoying himself. And somehow he's just short. Can you believe it? Los Pumitas trying to hold out. And then that is bizarre.
It looks like South Africa in for all money. They're going over the try line with no effort whatsoever. And somehow Argentina managed to stop that maul.
Not gone into touch.
And then Pepsi Buthelezi in the corner, unfortunately couldn't hold on to that. Get out of jail free card for Argentina.
Dos Pumitas, well, the momentum is certainly not with them at the moment. Pressure scrum, great shove by the junior Springboks, and it's play on.
Good pressure by South Africa. Jaden Hendricks, after a good scrum by the pack of forwards, making it difficult for Argentina to clear their lines. It's a tough part of the field to clear your lines from. Right-hand corner.
Jadazweni controlled the game well so far. Had to go to his book and pull out 2 red cards early on in the fixture. It's not every day that you see only 28 players on the field virtually from the start of the game. Pedamonte under pressure at the back. The experienced campaigner. Los Pumitas need a good exit. And that ball is not out. Dingon to Kamani Kota. It's a big tackle on him there. And he's into touch.
Kota trying to take the small space in front of him. Good tackle by Argentina. Looks like the young man sustained some sort of injury. And they're not the presence of mind, Justin, not aware of where he was on the field, and it could be as a result of the injury, but initially kept himself in play and then just had that right foot of his going to touch, giving Argentina the line out. Bad kick by Argentina, good result for them.
This broadcast proudly brought to you by Twizzler and School Sport Live. And the fans are certainly out here today in Stellenbosch, in the Western Cape of South Africa. And a lot of the locals will be delighted with this comeback so far. And the coaching staff of the junior Springboks will be hoping that Kota is okay. Of course, the junior Springboks have a tour of the UK next week. Andres in the build-up to the Under-20 World Cup in Argentina in a couple of months.
A lot of hard work goes into preparing yourself for a World Cup, and these juniors and these youngsters really have to be extremely professional in the way they approach this, and the preparation going to the World Cup is extremely important.
Important take there by Tots, but they give the penalty away. And now South Africa, well, what will they do?
Asanati Nklabakanya, he is an inspiration for his team. They draw a lot of energy from the young man, and a crucial turnover.
Damian Fenter delivers to Swanepoel, and he's at the back again. Damian Fenter. Hendrickse to Ricus Pretorius. It's there again for Hendrickse to Damian Fenter, who has a crack. Hendrickse to Pepsi Buthelezi. Really so powerful in the carry. Hendrickse to Kutsa with the skip ball.
Backwards, backwards.
And Kota drops the goods, but fortunately it's gone back for him. So it's still alive. A massive hit there on Fenter. JC Noel. No eyes on the prize. And if Argentina gathered there and didn't have an error, Andres, they had thousands on the right.
Lots of space and plays for Argentina on the right on that counter attack off the knock-on from JC Nell, but promising stuff by South Africa. Good aggressive line by JC Nell, unfortunately couldn't hold on to that, and also well watched by the replacement front row forward Francisco Minervino, who saw him coming a mile away onto the field for Argentina as well. Influential and experienced scrum off in Gonzalo Garcia.
Garcia 2 tries against Georgia on Saturday in that comeback where they won 32 points to 26. Pedemonte to Garcia. Space on the left here for Senti, and a crucial ankle tap. He would have been away for all money. Garcia, and yes, Bernstein, the dumper truck. Argentina have the free play. Garcia to Rocha.
Offside.
And almost immediately, Gonzalo Garcia has an impact on this game. Up the blind side, received a pass from the big man Pedemonte, Baptiste Pedemonte. And then almost putting Senti away. Mannes Potgieter doing extremely well to get that ankle tap. You don't want to give Senti any room to move in.
Los Pumitas entering into the Springbok half.
Yeah, for the first time in the second half, it feels like Argentina are in the South African half and on the field for the baby box or the junior Springboks are Hanro Jacobs, a man who attended Polrus only last year, Tartet Prop, affectionately known as Bunny by his friends.
Andrew Kota looking okay. Schooled at Volcom Gym and SA Schools 2 years ago. One of 8 players in the Blue Bull setup in this junior Springbok team.
welcome break for both sides. It's been a frenetic start to the second half. South Africa taking the lead for the first time after a good try by Marnus Potgieter, after a little kick through by his outside centre JC. Now in picture, Rikke Pretorius, big midfielder from South Africa, from Bloemfontein, great college, one of the rugby powerhouses in South African schools rugby.
So still 26 minutes to go here, and it's really tight. And a breathtaking backdrop out here at Stellenbosch on Fortress Marcotta, the home of Polrus Gymnasium. The crowd enjoying themselves out here. So we're ready to go. Argentina conceding 3 unanswered tries. And it was Taloni that time. Garcia to Rocha, back to Garcia. And it's Sinti going backwards, but they find room eventually through Isgro. And he'll be difficult to stop. The winger doing well to stay in field. Rocha to Bernstein, punching at the line. Some good momentum here. And then the bucket is dropped, but it won't matter because Argentina have the penalty.
Exciting stuff by Argentina, and that's what we like to see from them. Great skill shown by the back line, putting Isgro into some space. Referee deeming that South Africa and Caleb Dungan knocked down that ball, resulting in a penalty. And for the first time, Justin, in the second half, Argentina in the 22-meter area of South Africa, and hoping to get some points on the board.
Dube in picture there, schooled at Muir College. Timchev, he delivers. Springboks doing well to legally collapse that more. Yes, Bernstein. And Argentina are sniffing an opportunity. And they're sniffing the lead. Out here at Marcotta. Garcia. Patience will be the name of the game. Yes, Garcia. The try-scoring machine.
Trouble here for South Africa.
Are you still captain? Okay, we've got multiple infringements now, right? I'm going to have to for different infringements, yeah. If it happens again, I'm going to have to go higher than that.
Frank
They're not
Horn,
rolling away.
Pepsi Buthelezi,
You guys going to scrum?
both coming closer to when the referee called the captain. South Africa under the cosh here. It's important for them to step up physically here, to front up to the challenge and show some character. Interestingly enough, Argentina opting for the scrum again. They've got the captain and outside centre, Castro, packing down on the left-hand flank.
Los Pumitas, they want the lead back. Now are in the golden zone here. And it's a great shot from Los Pumitas. Pedamonte is at the back. And it's a penalty try, and Los Pumitas are back in front. And that is a massive psychological moment.
Massive psychological blow for Argentina, getting the upper hand in the scrum, and a penalty try resulting from that, and giving them back the league. No need to kick at goal. Argentina 22, South Africa 19.
And Pedamonte, an experienced campaigner, he really knows what he's doing at the back.
He certainly does, Justin. And again, 8 against 7. We saw this in one of their tries in the first half. South Africa opting to go 7 against 8 again and getting punished for it. And it just looks like the South African team has lost a bit of momentum after that long injury break we've had. Since then, Argentina have had the upper hand. They look the more dominant team. And it's been all South Africa for 15 minutes in the second half and the last 5 minutes of the first. And all of a sudden we've got a game on our hands here.
Also, whatever happens out here today, especially for Los Pumitas, they've really shown how dangerous they can be, and they'll be a threat at the World Cup in June, that's for sure.
Gonzalo Garcia has been on the field for only a brief time, but has had a tremendous impact on this game. We saw him immediately get his team on the front foot by putting Sinti up the left-hand touch, away up the left-hand touch. And he inspires this team in the absence of De La Vega. And this is what they're going to need, South Africa. They're going to need that man, Ricus Pretorius, to stand up. Big midfielder, strong ball carrier and strong defensively, but they're going to need more from him in the remaining 20 minutes, and also from the other big players in the side. Franco Horn, Pepsi Buthelezi on screen.
Solid scrum. Pedemonte to Garcia, to Rocha, to Chocobares. The inside centre. Garcia, Pedemonte. So many carries for the mobile number 8. And Rocha juggles and he gets hit hard. Garcia works the short side to Chocobares. And here's Isgro running into Buthelezi. Garcia, Rocha, Pedemonte, Bernstein. And it's really lovely play out here. Here's Garcia. It's the blue and white express. Juan Pablo Castro. Los Pumitas. They hang on to it through Bernstein.
And that's a loud whistle by the referee, and I'm expecting an injury to a player. But Argentina will punish you, Justin. If they can get going line and quick ball, they will punish you. The handling is fluent and effective. The ball carrying ability exceptional. The continuity second to none. Pedemonte, not just a big guy, gets the offload away to Bernstein. Into space. Garcia again, influential. He's the young player. And the captain, Castro. They feed off this man. Argentina looking dangerous at the moment. Bernstein again with a good carry.
So what the last 20 minutes we have in store out here at Polris Gymnasium on the Makota field. And Los Pumitas have a 3-point lead. And so much to play for.
You almost forget that we only have 14 guys aside. And only when we have a scrum it becomes evident.
It's a short arm. Garcia, Pedemonte. But they pull back.
Pedemonte going straight over David Kutsa, and it looks like he's sustained an injury. Brave young man he is, David Kutsa. Fighting way above his body weight. But Pedemonte getting the better of him.
I don't know about you, Andres, but if Pedemonte was running at me, I'd be laying bricks.
I'm not going to stand back to anyone. Is David Kutsa, and the big man Pedemonte winning that battle in that instance. And this might get Buta Chamberlain onto the field, that will get his first taste of playing for the junior Springboks, formerly from Boys Eye, plying his trade in Durban at the moment, and a very, very good Sharks age group team.
Chakapares there. Well, we will see a lot of him in the future. Already done some pre-season work with the Jaguares.
And there he is. Buta Chamberlain onto the field for the first time in a junior Springbok jumper. The man from Paul Boy's Eye, just up the road. And interesting, Justin, you'll notice Dylan Richardson backing down in the hooker position. We saw him play on the flank against Georgia.
Garcia causing havoc to Rocha. Lost per meter strike now. The junior Springboks are in big trouble. It's Pedemonte. Jadaswani, what is the verdict? Try time. Pedemonte. This feather is like a bull in a china shop.
Crucial score by the Argentinian side. Coming at a crucial time, and Pedemonte, the big man, going over for a 5 points, and he's been industrious for the Argentines, Justin. Very inspirational. And trouble for the junior box.
Remember the name, ladies and gentlemen, Batista Pedemonte. He was devastating at the Junior World Cup last year as well.
Another strong scrum by Argentina. They've had the upper hand. Garcia, how influential has he been? Roger taking the ball to the line. And what's crucial here is a quick ball again. Garcia putting the big man, Batista Pedemonte, over for a 5-pointer.
Conversion not successful. But the crucial thing here is that Los Palmitas have more than a 7-point lead. And there's still plenty of time. But the junior Springboks are chasing the game out here. Hence Stellenbosch.
A lot of responsibility on the shoulders of the man with ball in hand at the moment, Buta Chamberlain. Can he be the spark that South Africa so desperately need? Unforced error by the baby box, Buta Chamberlain, not the way he wanted to start his under-20 career. Big character needed by the entire side at the moment. We've mentioned it in previous games in times like these, Justin, that you need your big players to stand up. Your Rickus Pretorius, JC now, Pepsi Buthelezi, the man with all the experience. He'd really have to put up his hand now to get the favour back into South Africa. Again, Captain Costra.
But also Los Palmitas, they have a lot of experience in tough games like these. They have 6 players who played at the Junior World Cup last year. Pedemonte to Garcia. Beautiful stuff. This is magical from Mendy, and then Isgro cannot hang on. Buthelezi takes it quick. Good play by Nohamba. Space on the right. Yes, JC Noel to Potkita in space. The right winger. And the junior Springboks need something efficient.
Good work by the baby box. Quick line out taken. Nohamba seeing the space up the right flank and putting JC Null into a bit of space. And then Manus Potkita, well looked after by Argentina, dragging him into touch. Frenetic stuff, 8 points in at 14 minutes to go.
Kurovic for Los Palmitas is on the field, right in the action.
Also on for the baby box, Pilo Gemede, the man from DHS. Can he make the difference?
Testing times for Los Palmitas and the junior Springboks. 8 points the difference. It was Rachel with the take. So much experience in Garcia. And then Urosha looking to calm things down. And Potgieter has to backtrack. And he sets off. Looking for supports, and he finds Hanru Jacobs. Nohamba to Chamberlain. With a deft kick there. And then Rocha doesn't mess around and takes his time and finds touch.
Tremendous kick by Roger into the wind. Chamberlain just trying to slow things down a little, getting a bit frantic up there for the baby box. And probably not the worst thing to get some structure back into their game. 20 minutes left, 8 points in it. So much to play for.
Garcia hobbling back into position. And it's a good line out. Chamberlain to Rikus Pretorius. Looking like a young Andre Strauss at the moment. Nohamba to Chamberlain. Floats it beautifully over the top to Dingon. Great power shown by Dingon. Nohamba works the short side to Tracy Knoll, who throws the dummy, but he finds Chocobares. Garcia, they really look patient. Los Palmitas, Pedemonte. Tester for Dingon, and he takes it really well, but he's under a lot of pressure. And the Palmitas, and space on the right for Chamberlain. Throws a massive dummy. It's Potgieter! This is what you call marvelous. Potgieter strikes. The baby box are back in this.
Tremendous stuff, baby box. Great take by Dingon, and then Chamberlain into some space, and the pace from the big right winger Marnus Potgieter was sensational. Second try. Baby box right back in it.
Well, what play that was from Chamberlain. Is he the catalyst? He's showing all the signs at the moment.
Marnus Potgieter looked like he's winded himself and scoring that try, but what a time for South Africa to get over the try line. And can Butter Chamberlain add the extra 2? Can 1 point in it, Justin Butter Chamberlain. We thought, will he be the spark that the South Africans needed? Certainly has given something. 10 minutes left.
What a great last 10 minutes to this international under-20 series. There's 1 point in it, and it's going to go down to the wire out here. Who has the temperament and who has more class? Nohamba puts the kick in. Here's Mendy, who takes it well. The tall fullback, Garcia Rocha with the skip ball to Sinti. Good defense by Putalezi and co. And it's been intercepted. Here we go. Great play from Richardson. And it's laid back. Nohamba working the blind side.
Frenetic stuff out there in the field at the moment. Intercept by Labishkachny, almost got the ball back into the hands of Magnus Potgieter, who could have been over for his third score of the game.
Eight minutes to go. And both sides cannot afford to make any errors. This broadcast proudly brought to you by Twizzler and School Sport Live. And remember to keep interacting with us across all social media platforms.
Couldn't have asked for a better finish to this series. And we have right now 1 point in it. 7 minutes to go.
And that is massive from Los Pumitas. The pressure is now firmly on the junior Springboks, and Pedamonte is pumped.
Tremendous scrum by Argentina. The entire bench on the field at the moment. Minervino on the field for Argentina. Gurovic on the field for Argentina, as well as Jean-Baptiste Ricciardo. Putting a lot of pressure on Vijay Dubé, Dylan Richardson, and the man they call Benny.
Gurovic to feed. Talone with the take. So Los Pumitas are right where they want to be. And they've got the free play as well.
Trouble for South Africa. The referee warned them. Only 5 minutes to go, and Janku Swanepoel, the man from Stellenbosch, being shown the way to the touchline. And South Africa will finish this game with only 13 men on the field. And 6 forwards will play 7 for the remainder of this match.
Prisciantelli there, finding touch. And Los Pumitas, all they have to do now is execute. Gurovic to Talone. And the junior Springboks can just hope they make a mistake. And look at this. It's the blue and white express out here at Mokota. Garcia is there. The pop ball given. Try time. Who is coming up with it? This is massive for the Argentines. And it's Minervino, the replacement prop forward. And now, Andres, this kick is going to be absolutely crucial.
It's going to be vital, Justin. The score by Argentina 5 minutes from the end. Could this be the final blow needed by the Argentine side? Francisco Minervino crashing over for the first try of the tournament for him. And could that be the most important one for his side? Ominous times for the South African team. Only 6 forwards on the field, and the Argentinian pack that feel and look like they want to play.
That is amazing, and that will mean a lot. What a kick that is by the replacement player, Prisciantelli. And now Los Pumitas are 8 points in front. It's their game to lose out here in Stellenbosch.
Could that be the final nail in the coffin for the junior box out here on the Markotter? Buta Chamberlain.
What a game it's been, and that is a massive hit there. on Priscian Telly and Los Palmitas. They just have to play it safe. And this will test the character of the junior Springboks. A player down. Do they have something inside them that can spark them to score 2 tries or 2 scores in the space of 2.5 minutes?
Certainly under the cosh are the junior Boks, and this is times like these that the character will be tested.
And Sinti, well, how good has he been? He's really been inspirational. Priscian Telly. Chamberlain looking demented. Beating one. Nohamba. And that time it was Kumere. So 3 DHS players on the field. Numbers on the left. Yes, Abrams. Takir Abrams. Does tremendously well. Yes, Dungan. And that would have been really interesting. Junior Springboks a little bit unlucky there. They're telling Dungan to play.
Takir Abrams, influential from the get-go. Unfortunately, couldn't get that pass away. 2.5 minutes left to this match against South Africa and Argentina.
The junior Springboks need something quickly. And that's not going to work like that at all. And Los Palmitas, well, if they can come away with the victory here, how much is this going to mean for them, knowing that they would have beaten the junior Springboks in their back garden?
So it's interesting times now, Justin, and decision time for South Africa. They've been under the cosh in the scrum time. They only have 6 people. Argentina, they'll put a full 8 into that scrum. Certainly South Africa has to answer with at least 7, which will only leave them 4 defenders out, or 5 defenders out in the back line. Interesting, Justin. They've opted to go with 6 against 8.
A massive, massive shove there, and it's a penalty. And Los Palmitas are feeling victorious already. They are going to be a massive threat to any opposition at home, Andres, at the World Cup in June.
They definitely will be the host nation of the 2019 Under-20 World Cup. Argentina coming all the way to South Africa and looks like pulling off an epic win against the Baby Boks. Just a very, very interesting call by the junior Boks, opting to go with 6 players in that scrum, not sending any backline player to go and assist.
It's been poached. Nohamba. He spoils the product, but here's Rickus Pretorius. And it's been left behind. It's picked up by Sinti. Gets the offload away. Los Palmitas looking for a 5-star finish here. Priscian Telly. And this will send shockwaves through the country if Los Palmitas can cash in with another score. But here it is for the junior Springboks, looking to end this game in touching distance. Rickus Pretorius, there's so much space on the left here for Dungan. He's got Abrams on his outside. Great scramble defense by Los Palmitas. South Africa have the free play. Here's Dube with a strong carry. Nohamba. Pretorius at fly off. Has a crack. Silken slippers there. There's Buthelezi. This is wonderful stuff. There's an overlap. JC Knoll to Putkita, going for a hat-trick. Hat-trick, Gero. Putkita scores for the junior Springboks. And they end on a high note.
I wonder if there's any time left. The time's up on the clock, but do we have injury time left. Manus Potgieter over for his third try. Tremendous stuff by the Affie scholar. And Boeta Chamberlain opting to go with a drop kick. And amazingly kicks it over from the touch.
Full time, Los Palmitas get a famous victory over the junior Springboks. What a cracking game this was by 1 point. Los Palmitas can build on this now, Andres. What a performance. They are going to be so dangerous in June.
Yeah, they definitely will be dangerous at home against the rest of the world, taking them on in their back garden. Fantastic win by Argentina, but they've deserved it. They've played good rugby throughout the series, getting away with a 34 to 33 point victory over South Africa. There were parts of the game where you felt that South Africa had the upper hand, had the momentum, especially after scoring four unanswered tries in the back end of the first half and then early on in the second half. But it was a break in play, a stoppage in play, that shifted the momentum back into this favour of Argentina, and they certainly capitalised on that.
Well, that's all from us here at School Sport Live. What a spectacle it has been, this final fixture of the International Under-20 series out here in the Western Cape of South Africa, ending off here at Polrus Gymnasium. We saw tries through Los Palmitas by Dimche Penandini, a penalty try, Paramonte as well, and Minavino. Then for the Springboks, it was Franke Horn, Dinkaan, and a hat-trick for Potgieter.